How's it going? And a couple of weeks ago I talked about how Woohoo Island could be added into Nintendo Switch Sports as like a big DLC expansion pass, and I'm glad a lot of you liked that idea. And I also got some inspiration from a commenter saying about how winter sports should be included in Nintendo Switch Sports, as we don't have any winter sports confirmed so far. So I've come up with a big DLC idea for the game, which could be like a winter resort expansion, adding in a whole new massive area for winter sports to be played at, as I think there's a lot of opportunities for really cool new game modes if they added in a winter island. And if you enjoy this DLC concept, make sure to leave a like to help support me, and also subscribe so you don't miss my next video. But now let's dive into my ideas for a winter resort DLC. So I actually drew up a small sketch for the island, showing off some of the areas I think they could have for where the sports could be played. Now this isn't the best drawing, I just did it in Photoshop in a few minutes, so it was quite fun. But yeah, here's the mountain I've drawn that I think the winter DLC should take place at. It looks very cartoony and there's nothing really on there now, so I'm going to talk about what sports I'd want to see in this DLC idea. So this one I actually got from Club Penguin, and that's snow tube racing. So you can have a few players going down all the way from the top of the mountain to the bottom, dodging obstacles like logs or going up ramps, and whoever makes it down the fastest can win. And it'll be a really fun race going down the whole of the mountain and allow you to see so much more of it, as my favourite thing about Woohoo Island was being able to see all the interconnected sports and have this really cool place to explore that actually makes the game feel alive. So I'd want this winter island to feel sort of like that, so you'd be able to see other places where you play sports at on the way down the hill. So yeah, another thing I'd want to see is a big ski jump on one side. Ski jumping was also actually in Wii Fit, which had Woohoo Island in it, but it wasn't set in Woohoo Island. But yeah, the game worked really well in Wii Fit on the balance board, but they could adapt this for the Joy-Cons to make it work for Nintendo Switch Sports. I've always loved watching ski jumping because it's just crazy how far people go. Like if you watch it in the actual Winter Olympics, it's really cool. Another idea I had for the island was having a lake where you can play ice hockey or go ice skating on, so those could be two other sports. I think ice hockey would work really well because we don't actually have hockey in the game, so that's a popular sport that we're missing from the game, and adding in ice hockey would just make sense for this winter DLC idea. I also drew a little log cabin there. Another one I'd want to see is ski slalom. This is a very popular one. It was also in Wii Fit a while ago, and in this sport you have to go in between the flagpoles like I've drawn on here. So yeah, if you miss those, I guess you could lose points, and the more you get in a row, it'd be cool if you gained like a point multiplier, so you could get higher points for doing a good streak. And they could even make this into a race mode, similar to the snow tube racing idea, where you can go against other players to ski down the hill fastest. There could be like different routes where some of them are shorter, but they're harder to do. And you could also use snowboards for this race as well. It'd be kind of fun if you could choose the thing you ride on, like how you can choose the different modes for Chambara, where you can choose dual wielding or the other two modes. And also, speaking about snowboarding, there could be a half pipe where you go down doing tricks off the side of the ramp, and it could even involve a leg strap extension mode where you have to actually jump in real life and do spins and stuff to execute tricks. I don't know if they would actually do that, but I think it'd be kind of fun to be jumping around, and it would definitely be some good exercise. This one's a weird one because it's not really a sport, but I think it'd be kind of fun, is having a snowball fighting area, and it could work kind of like dodgeball, because there is some evidence that we might be getting dodgeball in the game in a future DLC, but if we're not, then I'd love to see snowballing as like a dodgeball mode on a winter island, and it would be really good for online. The other two sports I've put down is luge and curling. So luge is where you lie on like a sled sort of thing, and you have to just go as quick as you can around a track, and it looks really fun. It's kind of like a water slide. And then curling, I'm not the biggest fan of actually. I don't know if it'd be the most exciting sport. You have to like push the puck along the ice and get it in the target as close to the middle as you can. You also have to brush the ice to make it go quicker. I don't know if that would be the most interesting sport, but yeah, those are the last two sports I came up with for this DLC. There are loads of other winter sports, so make sure to comment those as well if you have any ideas. So yeah, that's my drawing of the island there. Of course it would look a lot better if Nintendo actually made it themselves, but it'd be really cool to have another place like Woohoo Island, and they could add lots of stuff around the map as well, like a big hotel for the characters to stay at when they go to the winter resort, and some log cabins like I've drawn, and even a ski lift which could take you up. And I'd really love to see a free roaming mode on this where you can take like a snowmobile or just ski around the whole island exploring, so they could add a lot of cool interesting places to go find as you make your way around the island looking for stuff. I feel like modes like that just make the islands much more memorable because it allows you to experience them all on your own, and you can choose what to look at and go around. You're not just locked to the areas where you can play on the sports. And they could even have a really cool shopping center area where you can buy winter sports clothes, as we already know we're going to be able to get outfits in the game. I'm not sure how you unlock them so far. We'll find out when the game releases, but yeah, if there's coins, you could go to a shopping mall in like a snowy town and go and buy your favorite snow boots or whatever you want to get. I feel like that would be really cool, adding in winter themed costumes to a winter DLC. But yeah, those are my ideas for a big expansion pass for the game, adding in a whole new area to explore with a bunch of new sports we haven't seen in the previous Wii Sports games. I'd really like it to be similar to the game Go Vacation, which had a really huge island you could go and play loads of different sports at and explore the places freely. and it had a winter area, which is kind of what I'm basing my idea off, where you could go to the top of the mountain. There was loads of cool places you could ski down or snowboard down or whatever you wanted to do, and that's a really good alternative game to Wii Sports Resort. I don't like it as much, but it's still really fun. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of my ideas for a winter DLC, and also tell me any ideas you have for this expansion as well, as I'd really love to keep improving on it. And who knows, maybe Nintendo will actually do this one day. It'd be really cool if they did this update around Christmas time next year or something. It'd be so nice being able to play winter sports while being inside in the cold weather. But yeah, I really hope you liked my idea. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. But I'm going to end the video now, so I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.